How many times have you heard as a business owner, CEO, founder about hustle? You need to hustle to go and get things done. You need to hustle, reach out, initiate, chase. You need to go out there and make things happen. And what I wanted to share with you today is that there can be a different way. If you've followed me for a while, you'll know that I am anti-hustle. I'm not anti-hard work as long as that is work that is lighting you up. But one of the things that I really, really love about human design, and what I talk about a lot about human design, is that human design can actually help us to step away from the hustle, step away from the feelings of that I've got to get things done straight away, like this fear feeling, this constant anxiety feeling that you're fighting fire all of the time, and actually step out of that and step into a place where things feel much more calmer, you feel more in control. But most importantly, as the CEO within your business, you can step away from the everyday hustle and grind, and you can actually start to do what you need to be doing within your business, and that is to be a strategic CEO. Because when you are down on the ground fighting the fire, you can't see where the source of that fire is. You haven't got an overview, an overview of the whole scenario. And it's really, really important that as we are growing and running our business, that we actually look at our business from a different perspective. And if you are serious about growing your business and you want to get to that, multiple 6-figure, 7-figure mark, it's really important for you as the CEO of your business to do that. And if you can't do that, then hire a CEO, right, that is able to do that. But really, what I would recommend is that you don't do that, that you are the CEO, because it's your business and you want to grow it the way that you want to grow it. So the reason that I wanted to come on and share this with you today is that I've just been interviewed for a human design summit. And if you go onto my, dependent on when you're watching this, if you're watching this live, if you go onto any of my social media channels, you'll see that I'm advertising this summit. I think it's amazing. It's the first summit that I've ever appeared on that is specifically about human design. But actually, one of the questions that was asked for me, because I'm pre-recording my interview, my talk, is like, when you have first discovered human design, what is the one thing that it is important for you to focus on, for you to really kind of understand it and learn it and start to integrate it into your life and business? And I was talking about human design strategies, so the strategy for your human design type, but most importantly, the feelings that are associated with that and how you can really learn to tap into those feelings so you can create more success within your business. Okay, so I feel like I'm going ahead of myself at the moment. So let me just kind of scoot back and talk about this deep conditioning that so many of us have to hustle and work hard within our business. And it is like, I don't know about you, but when I first started my business 7 years ago, I've spoken about this before, I was paying top dollar to coaches and in programs and in masterminds that were teaching me to do that very thing. With all the best intention in the world, they were teaching me to do that thing. And it just wasn't working for me. And now I've discovered other ways to be able to run my business with more flow and ease, so it doesn't feel like I'm constantly firefighting all of the time, and it feels a lot more aligned with my specific energy. But I'm just one human design type, right? Human design is the science of differentiation, so yours will be different, but I wanted to present this thought to you and to see what your thoughts were about it. So first of all, I believe that when we are hustling, when we're in hustle mode, and when we're constantly firefighting, and when we are working hard all of the time, that is an intimacy issue. Because when we are busy, it takes us away from really being intimate with ourselves. And what I mean by that is really being able to trust our inner guidance, our inner knowledge, our inner wisdom, being able to trust our feminine intuition to be able to guide us through and make decisions and be more strategic within our business. So busyness takes us away from that. And there's a reason for that, because we have been deeply conditioned to be busy. And we've also been deeply conditioned to feel guilty when we're not working. Society has conditioned us to do that. And without really going like down the rabbit hole, I talk a lot about being running your business as an Aquarian leader. So we're moving away from the hierarchical, patriarchal constraints and structure in society where a very elite group of people had the knowledge, had the resources, had the money, therefore had the power. And we're moving into more of a collaborative, information sharing kind of age, which is this age of Aquarius, where actually leadership, it means different things. And it's also about really trusting our own inner wisdom and inner knowledge and our own inner leadership. So during those times where there was a group of people that had all the knowledge and had all the resources, well, they weren't working hard, they weren't busy. Other people were running around for them. And they like to keep it that way, because if you were busy, then you didn't have time to focus on other things. And I see it like, I was brought up in that environment. So I talk a lot about being brought up as a Jehovah's Witness, and Jehovah's Witnesses are kept very busy. You have to go to church 3 times a week. You have to go out on the ministry and knock on the doors. You've got so many different tasks that you need to be doing. That organization keeps their members busy, so that their members don't have time to sit back and reflect and go, hang on a minute, what am I doing? Say what? Hang on a minute, I've got a different opinion about this and I want to challenge it, right? So it keeps you small. It keeps you small, it keeps you subservient, and it stops you stepping into that CEO role. What it also does is it stops you deeply connecting, like feeling in your body. It's kind of like numbs out the feeling. So there's a definite disconnect that we have when we're hustling. That stress, it makes us ill. And the reason it makes us ill is because we're disconnected with our body. We're no longer listening to what our body has to say to us. And instead we're overriding that and we're being busy. So we're not listening to our body. So it disconnects us with our body. So we're not actually listening to what our body needs. And we're not listening to our deepest desires. And that also can really help stop us and prevent us from moving forward within our business. So this is where human design comes in, because what human design does is, according to your profile within human design, not your profile, sorry, according to your type in human design. So what I mean by human design type is whether you're a manifestor, you're a manifesting generator, you're a generator, a reflector, you're a projector, there will be a strategy for you to follow. And that strategy brings you into alignment with your natural energy and your tendencies. So if you start to go out and you start to practice that and you start to experiment with the strategy of your human design, what will happen is that you'll find that life feels much more like an alignment and flowy and actually happier, because you are following your natural tendencies and you are aligning your business, for this example, with your human design energy. So it means that you're not in that constant hustle, and you're actually starting to sit back and be more strategic within your business. Where you can take that one step further, and where I was actually sharing this on the summit that I've just spoken on, is that you can, when you step away from the business, you can actually start to feel into the feelings that are associated with that. So for example, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, your strategy is to wait. Like, your strategy is to wait to respond to something instead of the natural tendency to initiate something. When you are in that energy and you're waiting to respond to something instead of like driving things forward and hustling and initiating, when you are aligned to that, you're going to be feeling satisfied. You're going to be feeling a satisfaction. When you're not aligned to that, you're going to be feeling frustrated. Now, what I want to encourage you to do is to really leverage this and to really understand your feelings as a direct correlation to what you are creating within your business and how you're operating in your everyday life, is to really feel into those feelings. So to use that sort of like as I don't know, like as a compass to whether you are vibrating at a high level or vibrating at a lower level. Okay, so as a generator, manifesting generator, your feeling of satisfaction means that you're vibrating at this higher level. Your feelings of frustration means that you're vibrating at a lower level. When you are frustrated, you're not going to be able to manifest the things that want to come into you. When you are feeling satisfied, then you're going to be at that higher vibration, so you're going to be able to manifest a lot easier. So everything that you want to bring in, like the opportunities, the relationships, the business success, the clients, the money, are all going to be coming in at that higher vibration. And if you want to take law of attraction out of the equation, just look at it from a practical application in terms of, are people going to want to hang out with me? Are people going to want to hang out with me when I am feeling frustrated? Or are people going to want to hang out with me when I'm feeling satisfied? That's a really good gauge. So human design isn't about putting yourself into a box. Human design is about expansion. It's about really tapping into these feelings so that you can use that as a gauge that will be a direct response to, or you'll be able to kind of like follow that through to whether you are creating success within your business or not. And take it one step further and really feel like, so as a generator, manifesting generator, well, what does it mean to be frustrated? Because it's just a word. What does frustration mean to me? What does satisfaction mean to me? How do I feel when I'm satisfied? What shows up for me when I'm satisfied? If you're actually going to be able to name that through your own personal experiences, not based on someone else's opinion, how do you feel when you're satisfied? How do you feel when you're frustrated? What that will do is it will be able to give you like access to that on an easy, it'll just make it a lot easier for you to be like, oh, okay, these things are like, I'm feeling like that. That means that I'm frustrated. That means that I'm not aligned to my human design. Okay, I know what's happening. I'm trying to initiate instead of waiting to respond to something. Does that make sense? I'd love to know in the comments what your thoughts are around that and if that makes sense. Okay, let's look at the other human design types, and then look at the high vibration, the lower vibration. Well, let's look at the strategy in the high vibration and the low vibration. So we've talked about generators and manifesting generators. Let's talk about projectors. I've been talking a lot about projectorship on this summit because projectors have a different strategy. Projectors, because I'm a projector, projectors, we are designed to wait to be invited in. The higher vibration feeling is the feeling of success. The lower vibration is the feeling of bitterness. So I have to ask myself as a projector, well, what does success mean to me? Because success means different things to different people. What does bitterness mean to me? How does it feel? How do I know when I'm bitter? Well, I'll tell you when I know when I'm being bitter. It's when I'm walking around the house swearing. Because I do like a good cuss word. I am like bitter. I'm like, it's eating me up inside. I don't feel good. I feel like I want to pick a fight with someone. My partner knows when I'm feeling bitter. He knows it straight away. I'm like a tired toddler, really a tired toddler, like keep throwing their toys out of the pram. However, when I feel successful, and also when I feel bitter, I just feel like I want to cry. I'm just like crying. I'm crying. Nobody wants me. Nobody loves me. Like I'm completely in that self-pity, right? Because no one's acknowledging me. No one's inviting me into things. So I feel really bitter. I know when I feel like that I'm trying to push and I'm trying to cajole, and I'm not waiting to be invited. Success to me feels like people are inviting me in. People are asking for my opinion. People value me. People refer to me like I'm of value. That for me is success. And then of course, like the physical manifestation of success within my life is that I have more clients, I have more money coming into my business, I have more resources, I have more opportunities. On this particular summit, I was talking about like what does success mean to me? And I was telling the story of the other night, Kev, my partner, had gone out to play tennis, and it's getting really cold here now in the UK. And I finished some calls and I went downstairs with my little sausage dog, Rudy, and it was really cold downstairs. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to light the fire because I wanted to feel really cozy. And we're very lucky. We have this lovely like wood burner in our lounge. And I looked over at the fireplace, and the fireplace was chock-a-block with wood. There was wood piled up on every side of the fireplace. And I looked at that and I thought, yeah, I feel successful. And I felt successful in that moment because I had wood. I was able to go over to the fire and put the wood into the fire and light the fire and curl up and watch the fire. And my dog, he's such a fire side, he's a Leo, right? So he goes and he like lays out in front of the fire, and he's really happy and I'm really happy, and I'm like, yeah, I have wood. I'm able to provide for myself. I feel successful because there's been so many times for the last 7 years of running my business, there have been times when I haven't been able to afford to buy wood. I just haven't been able to afford it. Or I've gone down and I've played like credit card roulette. You know, like, I'll stick it on this credit card and just hopefully hope and pray that it will go through. But I've got no idea because I'm so scared of looking at my credit card bill, right? So it's different. And at that point, I felt bitter because I didn't feel wanted. And now I feel successful. So it doesn't have to be the big ticket items. It doesn't have to be like the huge followings, the, you know, speaking on big stages or working with loads and loads of clients and having that, you know, that big income that can determine success for you, even though that also determines success for me. Because I like luxury in my life. I like to wear beautiful clothes, and I like to buy beautiful shoes, and I like to live in a big house, and I like to go and eat in nice restaurants. And I like that, and I like to be able to give back as well. So that also equates to success for me. Success means that, you know, I can go, we were talking about it yesterday actually on the Women Thrive podcast about paying it back. I love to pay it back. I love to go and buy a stranger coffee, or, you know, when I'm in the States, I like to feed the parking meters, right? That for me also feels successful. If you are a manifestor, your strategy is to inform before acting. You're such an initiator, but you need to inform before acting. Your higher vibration is anger. Your lower vibration, your low vibration is anger. Your high vibration is peace. Right? So again, ask yourself, it might be quite obvious, how does it feel to be angry? But anger might be different things to you. Like, I've worked with manifestors before, and I know they're angry. But they're angry, and like they might not be exactly like shouting and screaming. There's this like simmering. You can see it, like I can feel it as a projector all day long, but you can feel it within. So how does that feel to you as a manifestor? How does it feel when you're angry? What do you do when you're angry? How does it show up in your body? Connecting with those feelings, and then connecting with the feeling of peace. I mean, what does peace mean? Peace is just a word. What does peace mean to you specifically? When you feel peaceful, what does that mean? Give yourself the shortcut to be able to acknowledge those feelings and realign and adjust if needs be. Because actually, if you're over there feeling angry, it's really important that you go and you look at, okay, why do I feel angry at the moment? Who haven't I informed? Because they're blocking me and standing in my way and making it really difficult for me to act, which is why I'm feeling angry. And then finally with projectors, our beautiful unicorn projectors. Well, your strategy is to wait 28.5 days of the moon cycle. And I know that to some people that can seem pretty extreme, but I also know to a reflector, that feels just so lush. But again, we're so conditioned to go against that. So as a reflector, your higher vibration is like wonderment, like awe, like you just surprised by life. And then your lower vibration is disappointment. So again, what does that mean specifically to you? When you feel disappointment, how does that feel in your body? You're only going to be able to feel these things when you stop the busyness, when you stop the hustle. And yes, even manifesting generators, you're not designed to work hard all of the time. You're designed to work, but you're designed to do work that lights you up. When you can step away from that firefighting hustle and step into that CEO role and start to reflect and start to see the bigger picture and look at the strategy, not only of your business, but also the strategy of yourself, your human design strategy, you will be able to connect in with your body in a more powerful, potent way. So you'll be able to read the signs and self-adjust, so that you can start to live your life feeling satisfied, or you can start to live your life in peace, or you can start to live your life feeling successful, or you can start to live your life in this beautiful sense of wonderment and surprise, obviously dependent on what human design type you are. That is why I believe that going out and hustling and working hard and wearing it as a badge of honor is something that is detrimental, not only to our health and our well-being, but also it's detrimental to our business. And you can go out there and you can hustle, but eventually you will be completely burnt out. And you will be dissatisfied with life, or you'll be feeling frustrated, or you'll be angry, or you'll be bitter. And as I said before, at the top end of this, who wants to hang out with someone that is feeling like that? So it's going to start repelling your clients. It's going to start repelling your success, and it's not going to pay off in the long run. Running your business as an Aquarian age leader builds the foundations to longevity. It means that you're going to be able to build a sustainable business, and one that you're going to be very, very happy operating in, and a legacy that you can leave way, way, way beyond your time here on earth, our time here on earth. And surely that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing this, because we want to make a difference in this world. We want to make an impact. So I would really, really advise that if you haven't tapped into this work yet, then you do it. I have provided a free resource for you that I'd love to invite you in to. So, and I'm going to put the link at the bottom here. As well. But if you want to go over to my website, abigailrebecca.com/energy, abigailrebecca.com/energy, there is a free personalized report for you to get immediate access to. And it's really designed to help you to stop the hustle so that you can create that sustained 7-figure business success with the energy alignment strategy that, you know, everyone's talking about. And I do feel that at the moment, so many people are talking about human design. I know that because I work with human design, it shows up in my vicinity or anyway. But I do feel that human design is really coming into the mainstream, and there's some incredible coaches and guides and mentors and human design experts out there. And there's a reason for that, because we need it. We need these systems. We need this support. I've always talked about human design being alien technology. It's technology that's been sent to us from the future, because we need this. We need this because we cannot build sustained businesses on hustle. You might be able to have a 6-figure launch, but can you do it in a sustained way? Or are you going to get burnt out from it? This report is a 5-minute read. You're going to have immediate access to it, and it's really going to help to support you with that. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your comments. As always, just reach out to me if you've got any questions, and I'd love to help and support you in any way that I can. Have an amazing hustle-free day, and I'll see you soon.